Hello everyone, John here. I know it's been some time since I've put a video out on my channel. There's been a lot going on in the background, and I'm going to try to get back to doing this on a somewhat regular cadence, maybe about once a month. But I had an opportunity to see some incredible technology on a uh, electric hydrofoil boat, and was able to go out with one acquaintance of mine and do some video and audio and interviews. And I thought it'd be something you might find interesting. There's no doubt this is not something that's mainstream for the regular public. You know, you'll hear them say there's a $400,000 price US, but I really wanted to show this because to me it's a proof of concept. They did say that they're really looking to put this out into the world for just that proof of concept and to ultimately make their software suite and their marine application available to other companies and ultimately be able to cascade that down to maybe something along the lines of a consumer might be able to use directly. But there's also applications in the way of police and military and that type of thing. So I thought I'd show that some great technology and people involved with this Canadian invention. And here we go. It's a little overview on the company called ENVGO and the NV1.
Yeah, my name's Pete Keller. I co-founded a company called ENVGO.
Here it goes.
We're a marine technology company, and as you can see right now, the boat is going by us. It's an electric boat with zero emissions, and the value there in terms of electric is historically electric has had a challenge on the water because the range is limited. It's about half the range for about double the price of a conventional boat, so you're just not getting the performance. With our boat, which is an electric hydrofoil boat, we actually lift the boat out of the water, which gives you 3 to 4 times the performance range. So that's sort of the first benefit of what we're up to. But the other big benefits, as you can see, is there's very little noise. It is off the water, so even though it's a calm day, on particularly wake-filled days, you would really notice it, where there's no pounding through water. You're not crashing through waves. You're not going through crosswake and getting rocked around. And it's really nice being silent on the boat because you can actually just have a conversation like you normally would right here. As we'll experience later, when on the boat, we'll be talking at about the same level. We're actually building things into the boat that are autonomous, underwater detection for collision avoidance, swimmer awareness, to know if there's any obstacles around you or people around you when you leave the dock, and dock assist, so that when you leave the dock you won't be hitting something. When you actually come back to the dock, it's very easy to dock. We've got a joystick, as well as virtual anchor, which is basically park and hold. So if you're at a lock and you're waiting to go through, you just choose a position, you press a button, you park there, and you just stay there until you're ready to go again. Or if you're watching fireworks up at Walker's Point as an example in Muskoka, and you just want to stay in position.
So Pete, tell us a little bit about the company's based out of Waterloo, correct?
Yeah, the company's based out of Waterloo. We are a marine technology company, but we actually come from the background of aerospace. Prior to this, the co-founders worked at a aerospace drone company where we designed, engineered, and manufactured drones for defense, fire, police, commercial, that had to be incredibly reliable, incredibly easy to use, and just follow the task of the operator, so the operator could focus on the mission, not the task. We sold that company in 2019, and we started this company. A gentleman named Mike Peacegood, who was the co-founder of that prior company, Arion Labs, was the core founder here, and he brought some of the team back together as co-founders here to develop what you see today.
Maybe tell us something about the specs of the boat as well, in terms of the battery size, speed, cost.
Sure. Yeah. So the battery, the battery size, it's an 80 kilowatt battery, similar to a Tesla size battery.
NMC chemistry.
Yep. The range is projected at about 120 kilometers. We're testing that right now because this is our prototype. 120 kilometers is actually quite far on marine, especially in the Great Lakes and the inland lakes. Our top foiling speed is projected to be 80 kilometers an hour. We're working our way up there very quickly. The foiling speed to get up on foil is about 35 kilometers with a cruise speed of about 40 kilometers and a projected range of about 120 kilometers. You can actually also use the boat as a planing boat if you just want to use it as a regular boat. So if you're in shallow waters, you just retract the foils. If you are going into a boathouse, you retract the foils, you lift it up. So there's all those qualities as well, but really you get the performance when you get it off the ground
And
or
the
off
range.
the water. And the range, yeah.
Maybe a dumb question, but is this something that can be used for a ski boat or a wake boat at all, or no?
Yeah, so not for a wake boat because it's basically anti-wake.
Correct. Yeah.
But yeah, as a ski boat, we're actually testing that right now. We actually did have a skier on, Sam actually, who's driving it, I think was the one skiing. But we did have a skier on there about a month ago, and it seemed to work quite well. We have to tune the flight control system to make that optimal, because you actually have a guy going back and forth from side to side behind the boat. So we're thinking of building in a flight control option that's for skiing, right? Just like for other conditions, like you would have on a car where you choose to winter or
Trailer
mud or whatever it is, right?
What's the horsepower?
It's 350 horsepower. Yeah,
Single prop or dual prop?
it's dual prop.
Dual prop.
Yeah,
And price is projected to be.
400,000 US.
And when do you think you'll be coming to market? I understand you're going to be at the boat show hopefully this
Yeah,
year.
so our objective is to be at the boat show this January in Toronto, Toronto International Boat Show, and we're going to, for orders we're taking today, delivery is anticipated for the end of 2026.
Okay, perfect.
So,
We're going to go out in the boat.
yeah, let's do it.
So like the batteries where Sam's standing there, you want the center of mass to be just in front of the foil. And so the battery adds about 500 kilograms of weight. And then just the fact that the boat, there's a lot of weight in front of the battery, it balances out. So the center of mass is right about here, right where we want it.
And what's the length of the boat?
24 and a half feet
Okay.
with the swim platform.
Cool.
We have an auto docking system that we're working on right now. So it would be really similar to a system that you would see on a car, where you have a full 360 view of the car. So right now we just have it set up so you can see the dock and you can see the camera in front and the camera behind. But in the future we'll be able to use all 6 of these cameras to do lots of really interesting features like auto docking, collision avoidance.
So camera-based system, no sensors, just cameras, right?
We also have a radar sensor
Okay.
up in the front of our boat, which
Okay.
we'll be using for our forward-facing collision avoidance. With the radar, along with the cameras and all the other sensors that we have in our boat, you'd be able to sense something like a log or a rock in the water. We can use that along with our charts as well, which we built into the system as well, so that we know exactly where everything should be, where it actually is, and then we can avoid collisions automatically using all the controls we have.
So once you reach a certain speed, you have to deploy the foils manually, or do they deploy automatically?
So we deploy the foils manually. So we want people to have that choice, because if they are in shallow water, like right now when we pulled away from dock, we had the foils retracted. So when we get out here, we'll walk you through exactly how we deploy the foils with our UI on the screen. So you deploy them before you actually start with speed, and then once they're deployed and it's indicated on the system that they're deployed.
So you accelerate while the foils are deployed.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And then you get to approximately 35 kilometers. It's not the 88 kilometers from Back to the Future, but it's the 35 kilometers from ENVGO.
Well, it's kind of cool. Sometimes when you go on those areas, it says no wake. You guys can be just barreling right through.
That's right. Yeah. No, that's right. Yeah. You don't. There is something in the background that makes you have a guilt-free experience, because there isn't emissions and there isn't wake, and you're not disturbing people on the shoreline with noise or throwing people off their paddle boards, or all experiences that we've had as cottagers or people on the water, where these boats go by and you get these huge wakes that come by, and it can be a bit disruptive. And I don't think people fully comprehend how much harm they're doing to the water with combustion boats, with all the pollution, it just doesn't register, I don't think, because they don't see it.
Even right now, we're barely moving. When you do that, you still get a little bit of thrust is given to the props.
Yes.
The props are spinning right now. We just can hear them, but they're actually spinning right now.
Not right now. I've turned it off because we're gonna do the whole deploying the foils and getting the boat ready. But because we have all these advanced systems on the boat, but from a user experience, we want it to be the same as regular boating. So our controls from a user standpoint are the same, even though behind the scenes it's all different. We have a steering wheel to control the direction that we want to go, and we have a throttle that controls how fast we want to go. So it's all fly-by-wire.
But the steering wheel, normally in a boat, it's going to be moving sort of a rudder or the props or whatever. Is it doing that?
So it's not doing that here. This boat actually doesn't have a rudder. When we're planing, we use differential thrust between the two propellers. So basically, we spin one propeller faster than the other propeller, and it causes the boat to turn. Yep, similar to drones. So we build off a lot of that drone technology that we developed over the last 15 years at the previous company. But yeah, then once we're in foiling mode and we actually get up onto foil, then what we have is essentially an airplane. So we have controls like an airplane does. We have ailerons to give the boat roll, and we have an elevator at the front that controls pitch. So we use the user input of where we want to turn, and then we do everything on the back end automatically in order to turn the boat the way that we want, the way that we're asking it to go. Yeah.
Do you know what sort of warranty you're going to be offering?
Well, I mean, that's an interesting question, actually. For our early adopters, we're selling what's called the Limited Founders Edition, which this is will stem from this prototype. But yeah, I mean, we're really looking for champions early on that actually work with us almost as partners of the company versus customers. So, I mean, the warranty with them will be just making sure that they're successful and because it's a benefit for us as well to make sure the boat gets to the level that we need to sell beyond the 5 or 10, right? So beyond that, I mean, it really depends. Probably a standard warranty once we get up and running. But early adopters will get the latest software upgrades. They'll actually get some free software upgrades to, ensure that they reap the benefits of new technology. Just because you buy a boat in January and we come up with something new in August, we don't want them to suffer from that. So the nice thing is the early customers will actually be buying a boat that's only going to get smarter. We want to make sure that they're along for that journey.
Like a Tesla game,
and that
right?
they're supported. I'm sorry?
Like a Tesla.
Yeah, like a Tesla, right?
What about customization? Are they going to be able to pick interior, exterior colors and trim and all that? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think at the level of prestige that we're offering in terms of the boat itself and the offering that it has and the uniqueness of it, I think it would be an injustice to not let people choose, the interior designing and coloring and what they're looking for. So, I mean, we have this particular frame built or this design built that won't change too much in the early renditions, but in terms of the interior, seating configuration, coloring, even things down to what feature would they like to see in the boat that we should maybe launch with first. So absolutely.
And so this is a 4-seat configuration. You mentioned there might be a 6-seater as well?
Yeah, so at present we actually have seats for right behind these the motors here for the hydraulics.
Back facing?
Back facing.
Yeah.
We haven't put them in yet because we've been testing with 4 people. We've been just doing it. It's just one of those things we haven't gotten to yet. But this
Things we got to do.
Okay.
So we just got the boat. We just got the boat out into deep enough water, and now we're going to go through the steps of deploying the foil. So this is our custom UI screen that we've made over here. It gives you all the information that you would need. It's obviously a little different than what you might see on a gas-powered boat. So over on the right here, we have the charge of the boat, and on the left we have the power that we're currently using to operate it. Here we have our different modes. So because we have retractable foils, you can operate this boat as a traditional planing boat, It's got a deep V shape, so you can get this boat up onto plane and use it like a traditional planing boat. But obviously our best feature is the foiling mode, which I'll get the boat into.
Is this your own software
right
that you're running?
Yeah, so this is a custom display that we've made for our boat specifically. Right here in the middle we have the boat. This is actually a side view of the boat itself, and it shows live what the boat is doing. So here in these bottom sections you can see the foils themselves in the retracted position, and then we have a water line here, so when the boat comes out of the water you can actually see the boat move above that water line. So yeah, this is a custom screen. And yeah, while we're talking about it, on the second screen right now, this can be changed to whatever the user wants it to be. Right now we just have it as your traditional navionics charts, but we're working on some custom GPS apps through a partner, and that's where we'll build in some of our autonomy features, like the collision avoidance, and knowing
an autonomous driving to a destination, kind of like
yes,
Tesla. Yeah.
exactly, yeah,
Avoiding obstacles and following channels and
Yes.
certain depths, or whatever, safe depths.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so right now it's just navionics like you would see on every other traditional boat. Yeah, so to deploy the foils, all we have to do is push a button. So right now we're in planing mode, and to get it into foiling mode, we just have to push a button to change modes. And now in order to deploy the foils, you just have to hold a button so that you're not moving something while someone could be swimming behind the boat. So you need some user input. And now the foils will start to go down. So if you see on the screen,
It's flashing.
it's flashing to know that it's moving, and also the image is moving to show that the foils are deploying. So
And once they're fully deployed, it'll stop flashing, so that will tell you that they're fully deployed.
yes, exactly.
And
Yep. So we're almost at the bottom there, and now it's not flashing anymore. We can let go of the button, and now we've switched over to our foiling mode. So now we're ready to go.
can you deploy them while riding the boat, or you're supposed to deploy them while stopped?
You can deploy them while riding the boat. I wouldn't recommend doing it at a high speed, just because of we use hydraulics to
Physics.
control it. So yeah, we have a number. I think it's around 10 kilometers an hour that you can deploy the foils. Just for demonstration purposes, we're not doing that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But yeah, we will add in a lock so that you can't deploy them while you're going too fast.
Yeah. Okay.
But we can adjust the foils while we're foiling, because we have an airfoil underneath the boat. Based on how fast we're going, we need more or less lift. So like an airplane would just pitch the whole airplane up and down. Like when you're taking off and you want to gain altitude, you're raised up like this, and then once you're at altitude, you level out. We have a similar system to that, except the boat will stay level the whole time to give the user a comfortable ride. The boat stays level, and the foil itself rotates in order to adjust that amount of lift that you need.
Cool.
So we designed it to be just like a traditional boat with your steering wheel and your throttle. So all I have to do to get the boat up on foil is command a speed using this throttle right here, and then steer the direction that I want to go. So those are the only two inputs that I would need in order to get the boat foiling. There we go. We're ready to go.
And we're up already.
Already, yeah.
It's so quiet now, because before you could hear the water turbulence, and now all you hear is the wind. And
Right. Yeah, you really just hear the wind, and once we turn the other direction, you can actually have a normal conversation. Even now, I'm not yelling by any means.
no turbulence practical at all. Especially in front.
Yeah, very little wind. Yeah. You can see that we actually hunt into the water, so you're not sliding across the water when you're turning. You're actually, when you turn a corner, you're not actually sliding across.
How far above the water are we with the foils right now?
Yeah, the foils right now are coming out of the water by about 1.5 feet. Yeah, so So you're really not off the water that much, but it's enough to give you that smooth, quiet experience. So my name is Pete Keller. I'm one of the co-founders here at ENVGO. We're based in Waterloo, Ontario. We're a marine engineering company that's built NV1. Our website is www.envgo.com.